What is up, YouTube, man? This is your boy Upchuck Gaming. We game here, man. This another episode of the Plus on Block podcast, and it's gonna be a good show. We have a good show for you guys, and so I'm gonna introduce my guy Dre, my co-host. Let him know.
What is good, YouTube? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Duality here. We're back again, episode 5. You know what I'm saying? We got a good show for y'all, man, and let's get it. Let's go.
All right, so this is gonna be a fun show. But first, we always shout out the winners, and of course, they did have Red Bull Proving Ground this weekend. And our first topic actually is going to be about this grand finals between Knuckle Dew and F Champ. Shout out to Knuckle Dew, man. Dude, just one thing about Knuckle Dew, I get into it a little bit later, but I just want to shout him out. He's definitely here. You know, a lot of people have been
Yeah.
sleeping on Knuckle Dew, and oh man, he ain't really playing. I was one of those guys,
You think
but
so, though?
I was one of those guys, man. I was. I'm like, man, he not really, but he didn't win combo breakers, so
Yeah.
kind of nipped that in the bud. You feel me? Yeah, they kind of nipped that in the bud. But I would say, moving on to the first topic, which is that crazy grand finals
And
with
Saturday,
Knuckle doing F Champ, man. Dre, break it down for him, man. Let me know your thoughts.
the goddamn. You
You there?
busted me, man. Yeah, hold on one second. I'm sorry. Go talk about it 1 second. My bad.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'll go first this time. So
Go ahead.
basically, Champ was in winners finals, got knocked into losers finals by Knuckle Dew,
Yeah.
and he had to go through was it Wolf Grown? I think it was Wolf Grown.
Wolf Brown, my bad.
And him going through Wolf Crown, which was a rough set. Everybody knows Sim versus Laura is very bad. It is a very bad matchup for Sim, and he fought through that. But going into grand final, so he literally had to win 6 games, and Knuckle Dew only had to win 3. Knuckle Dew went up 2-0 pretty fast. Mika versus Sim, and my experience with Mika is you just don't want to let her get on you because once she gets on you, she has too many 50-50 situations where, she could command grab you, she can grab you, or she could crush counter you. And you just don't want to be in the corner, especially. So he's down 0-2. And Champ, I believe, played the best he could have played with Sim to win this. It is so rough. I mean, he was literally fighting with like 5% health, 2% health, 10% health, and he had a couple dominant rounds. But for the most part, it really came down to the end and him making excellent reads. The difference between Knuckle Dew and F Champ is Knuckle Dew has no emotion. I never see this guy get riled up. I never see this guy get down. I never see it. He has the same look on his face. Win, lose, down 2, up 2, it don't matter. F Champ,
I've
on the
I've
other
seen him get
hand,
flustered a couple times. I've seen it.
well, it's
I don't.
rare though.
Well, not a
It's
lot.
rare. I've seen F Champ with my
Yeah.
own eyes,
Yeah.
live,
Yeah.
in the flesh. I seen this dude have a game and just crumble. And
Yeah.
it's just he he wears his emotions on his sleeve. He does wear like the poker glasses, you know what I'm saying? But he's
Yeah. So
still
you can't
kind
see him
of
cry.
hey, chill on my boy, bro. Like relax now, like, relax,
I'm
man.
just, I'm just saying. You don't
Relax,
see the cut,
brother.
bro.
Relax. Nah, no, but they're two complete, both highly skilled players. But I
Definitely.
feel like Knuckle Dew never breaks, man. He it doesn't. I've seen Knuckle Dew almost get eliminated and win. I mean, Combo Breaker is a
Yeah.
perfect example. So that said, and to see my main, go toe to toe with the it's a rough matchup with any Mika and Knuckle Dew, who's he's like up
I
there right below Fudo. in my opinion, because I can't think of another Mika that's at that level that's that
Yeah,
good.
they're not really a lot of them, to be honest.
That's what I'm
Even
saying. So
Fudo.
he's pretty much right under Fudo, and you know F Champ is doing everything he can, brother, to survive. I mean, he's not. He didn't really have that many input errors, because an input error against Mika is death. I mean, Shield is over.
Yeah,
Especially with the drills like Sim.
and it's yeah,
What
and
happened?
it's as you say, man. Like once you in the corner, and a lot of people think with Sim, like if you're in the corner, you can just get up and teleport. But nah, it's not that easy, man. Like
Nah, it's really
because
not especially
because
not
the
against
startup,
that character.
right?
Not
It's
not
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 against
against
that
that
character.
character, bro.
So it's like a lot of people thought, yo, Mika got nerfed. It's gonna be a wrap for her. You know what I'm saying? And it's quite opposite, man, because she's still dominating out here, like in the corner. I hate facing Mika's, bro. In general, like in the corner, you get so freaking scared, bro, because you don't know what the hell she gonna do. You
Yo,
know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
you think she gonna do a crouch fierce, man, when you jump. Next thing you know, you're standing there not jumping. She grab you, man, do the freaking you know what I'm saying, the big swing on you, bro. And it's like, what can you do other than probably try to V reversal, man? And even that is not working because once again, she a grappler, so she can grab you out of that shit. And it's like to see Champ go ahead, man. It's Champ. Champ. I can say I would give him props. His sim, bro, is like beast. Like I've
it's
never
next
seen
level.
somebody. It's
He's
next
easily the
level,
best
bro.
sim. He's the
You know
best
what I'm
sim on
saying?
the planet, bro.
I definitely agree with that because I'm like the shit he was doing. I'm like, yo, this man is good, bro. Like this dude is so dope with the character, and even if the character is not the best, like because no Street Fighter I've seen, I think Sim has been the best character, but the
Oh
way
nah,
he plays him, you would never know, man. You would think he's like one of the best characters in the game. The way he just knows what one to hit at what time. You know what I'm saying? And that matchup with Knuckle Dude, man, was a dope match. It was like the back and
yeah,
forth.
it was like, what up,
It
Choco
was
man? Thank
crazy.
you for coming through.
Oh,
It
Choco.
was really like it was so good.
I,
I was literally at my mom house, watching this match, and I told my brother, because he know about Street Fighter, but he's not really
yeah,
like he's not really all into it like that.
right.
And I told him like this is a bad matchup. I mean,
Yeah,
I told him this is a
even
really bad matchup. He's like, why? I'm like, look, Sim has all the tools to keep her out, right? Has the limbs, the
yeah,
fireball game, like everything. He has it. But if she gets in, and it only
yeah.
takes one jump in,
That's
she
it.
just melts Sim away. Like it's not even
That's it.
funny, man.
Yeah,
It's
man.
so
And
bad,
that's with
and
anybody. That's the thing. That's against any character. It's like, and even going back to the Wolf Crown joint, that too was another crazy freaking set, bro.
man,
Because
it was so
I'm
close,
like,
man.
this dude, it was
It was
close.
so close.
And I
It was
started
so
laughing
close.
because once Sam won, like am I the only one that saw he smacked Wolf Crown on the back like a couple times, like good job. I feel like the
Yeah,
smack on the back was like a little bit over the top. I think he was
it
extra
was.
good.
But I would say
Like,
this,
yo,
like, yeah,
what?
Wolf Crone is. I mean, however you think about the guy,
Yeah, he's a beast,
everybody
bro.
has their thoughts on Wolf Crone, man. But he is a good player,
He is a beast, bro.
and you know, Champ was dominating, and then Wolf
Yeah,
Crone came back.
and he
It's
came back.
crazy. He's down.
Yeah,
He's up
yeah.
2 games. It's easy. And what Wolf Crone do? He comes
I he
right
comes
back like
right
it's
back, bro.
nothing. He comes
Right
like it's
back, son.
he literally. What up, Dave? What's good, bro? Thank you for coming through, man. He literally came
Yeah,
back like it was nothing, man. And I'm just like, holy shit. I'm
yeah,
like,
that was
Champ.
crazy. I'm like,
And
yo,
like I
my
said,
brother. I'm like, yo, Champ about to lose.
I seen Champ crumble. I mean, me and my brother was watching him at Evil. I'll never forget this, and that's like my first like experience with him. Like
Yeah,
just chilling with him and like just talking with him, whatever, and seeing him compete like live. This man had a Rashid, bro, up two games
who,
to
Crown?
one. He had a Rashid up to this, and this Chinese, I mean, this Japanese guy, it literally looked like he was button mashing. You know how Rashid they got, but that's what the hell it looked like. My
Hey,
brother's like,
hey,
is he
listen,
even
man.
playing? Like
That's
he's
what you have to know with Rashid, though.
I especially because he's on the stick, and I'm like,
Right.
and I seen him
That's
miss.
what.
I think he missed the what's the game? The snipe,
Right.
bro, and El Boy running around and just went downhill. Downhill is really
Oh shit.
crazy. That's like the first time I seen something like that in real life. Like the emotion from being up getting ready to eliminate somebody, and then
Oh
it
man,
goes in the ground like that. It's literally like one of the craziest things I've ever seen,
that's
and
crazy.
that's what I'm saying. Like in Champ, he did not do it this time. Even though he
Yeah,
lost, I felt like he left everything out there. It's only so much
yeah.
you could do with Sim against certain characters, man. It's only so many setups you could do, and a high
Was
level
that the
guy knows
was
all the
that the
setups.
that Rashid was that the hey, what's his name? He
I
was in
don't I don't remember his name, man, but this guy literally sat on the floor, had a crate,
oh
and
shit.
had a fight stick on the crate, bro. It looked like he was just
Um,
mashing buttons. I'm like, what the hell is he doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? So it was
that's
crazy.
to let y'all know, man. Rashid is not matching with Rashid. It's just that to get the maximum damage, you do have to like hit the button. It's
Bro, he
like
mashing,
doing
fam. He
it's just like
mashing,
doing
bro.
Chun Li's lightning legs. Where you can
Yeah,
mash
nah,
the
you
button
mashing,
to
man.
get max
You don't
damage.
mash with
No,
Chung
I
Li
was
Light Leg, bro. It's
no,
actually
no. You
emotion.
don't have to now. I'm talking about in like Street Fighter 4. But in
Oh,
this one,
okay.
you can mash or you can do the motion. That's the thing. It's the same with Rashid. To get his mixer to full punish, you have to mash the button to get it all out there. That's I'm just letting y'all know. It's not mashing, okay?
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so getting back to the actual match, though.
I want to
So
respect Rashid, fam. Stop
it,
playing.
it's pretty much uh my man's Champ has won 5 games. Knuckle Dude has won 2, and they go into the last match, and Knuckle Dude pretty much obliterates him in the first round, right? And
Yeah,
then it goes into the last round of that game, and it you kind of just felt like he didn't do it intense, but the white flag just kind of went up. Because when you play long sets
that
like
was a
that,
down flag.
when you play long sets like that, man, like because Sim is set up. He's a setup character basically.
Yeah,
That's how
right.
pretty much that's how you get his damage because his damage output is really not that good. You
It's
kind of
definitely
have to
not.
set him up, and then once you complete a set, you have to set something else up. That's kind of how it is. You knock him down, you go for the teleport Gale or anything like you have to do that. But after so many times of seeing it,
Yeah,
I'm pretty like it's kind of hard to keep doing it. And for him to win 6 games, I feel if he was in winners finals, I think he would have won. I think he would have won. I think if he would have beat Knuckle Dude the first time and was sitting in
right.
grand
Yeah, he
finals as
probably,
the
he
winner,
probably, yeah,
I
it would have
think
been
he would have
over.
won, man. But him
It would have been.
having to go through losers finals and then having to it's hard, man. It's very hard. But I will say that Champ, I was very very impressed, man. It was impressive. I'm like I don't even care that he lost because this man is literally in the top 5 like all the time. I mean, he's like
Yeah,
top 8 consistently. Like it's crazy
that,
with
that's
Sim, who's
that's
deemed like a mid-tier character,
mid
and
tier.
yeah, and he's literally the only one that be up there. Like nobody else, no Commander Jesse, no Arturo, no Dankadilla. Like none of those guys ever are on that level. It's only
I
Champ,
don't.
man.
I
What
mean,
happened?
Champ does like travel a lot more than them, don't he? But you know what I'm saying. But I do get what you're saying though. It's always him at the top, like because even seeing Commander Jesse's sim, like it's a completely different play
It's
style
so
from
different.
from
I
Champ.
mean,
You know what I'm
his
saying?
because his setups are nasty, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
So it's like
I seen him live too. I'm like, I've never seen that before. It's like
how you play a rushdown sim, bro? Like that's
yeah,
crazy. Like
he's aggressive but
how you play
smart.
was
Like
smart. Like
he
oh
got
my god.
crazy stuff, bro. He got
Yeah,
crazy stuff, man.
sim rush now. Who thought, man? That's crazy.
Who would
That's
have
better.
thought? And
Who would
it's
have
hard
thought,
to
man?
deal with if you don't know what the hell is going on, man. Like
Yeah.
he just overwhelm you. You can't do anything.
Yeah,
You can't do anything.
You're so used to these characters playing that one style that when you see somebody come up and play them completely different and like winning, it's like, oh, what damn? I didn't even know you could play like that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
So
well, I will say that they did make Sim more aggressive in this game than any other
well,
game I've
yeah,
seen him in.
this is
Easily,
true.
I mean, this is the most aggressive Sim in Street Fighter history,
Oh yeah,
and I
because
think it's good.
even in Street
Because
Fighter 4, his whole ultra wasn't even about the damage. It was about the setup. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So it's like,
yeah,
yeah, you're definitely right about that. It's crazy.
yeah. I mean, because
But
like I said,
now,
I even messed
yeah,
with him in a little bit in Street Fighter 4, and he plays nothing like he did in 4
nothing,
at all. Like it's not even the
no,
same character.
no.
So big ups to Knuckle Dude, big up to Champ Man, always holding it down with great just great fights, man. Just great
Yeah,
fight, and I really want Champ to win one, bro. I mean, I think if he could win a tournament with Sim, it like
he probably could, but
nobody else
it's not
would
gonna be
do it.
major.
There's
It's not
there's
gonna be major.
nobody else is gonna do it but him. It's nobody else is gonna do it but him, man. Nobody else is gonna come close. So we just have to wait and see.
Hey
I
man,
doubt it's gonna happen,
you're
but
gonna have to stick to the locals, bro. I'm sorry.
yeah, it's going to be hard. It's definitely going to be hard for him, man. But let's get into our next topic now. Um, we just got through talking about Champ and Knuckle Do and stuff like that. I want to know, Dre, give me your top 5 pros, and it could be
Mm,
from any game, anywhere, anything. Give me your top 5 pros, and just like a little explanation why.
top five. Okay,
It don't have to be
let's
in
see.
the order either. You could just name one. It gotta be
Okay,
like
okay.
one.
My one of my top five. I'm gonna go with CN.
Okay.
CN, you know what I'm saying? His he's a technical master when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, the characters he uses from King of Fighters 13, you know what I'm saying, to Street Fighter. He picked up Gen in Street Fighter like towards towards the end,
Uh huh.
and he came through and was doing crazy with Gen. And it's like Gen is an old fragile man with no health, and damage is crazy. But the stuff that he was doing, like, you know what I'm saying, with Gen, I was like, yo, he pushed me to use Gen in Street Fighter 4, and I was bodying Chuck with Gen, you know what I'm saying? But
Whatever,
but
bro.
but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so seeing that he's just a master when it comes to the tech in Street Fighter in the fighting games, man. Tokido,
Oh
Murderface,
yeah,
man.
murder face.
What's that man?
Murder.
What's that man do the look? You know what I'm saying? It's a wrap, bro. And it's like, who was he using? Who did he start using in five? He started with
It was Ryu.
he was using Ryu, okay,
Yeah.
and then yeah, here's a cool, and then Kuma dropped, and he went right back to Akuma. He was destroying dudes with Akuma. You know what I'm saying? His Akuma was just nasty, but like when you thought of a Street Fighter 4, it's only one name you could have thought, and it's like what's Tokido? You know what I'm saying?
Uh huh.
And he was a beast. Number three, my man Smug,
Ooh,
Smuggles,
ooh, smuggles,
Smuggles, bro. So
smuggles.
this dude is just a fun dude to watch in general, bro. And this dude is so dope, bro. Like, yo, this dude he's young, you know what I'm saying? He have fun with it, man, and he's a funny dude. Like, just seeing this dude on stream doing his shenanigans, you know what I'm
His
saying?
streams is amazing,
Like,
man. I
it's
love watching
crazy,
his
man.
streams, man. I love
Dude
watching his
is
stream.
hilarious. His Dudley, bro. Like, I never seen no other Dudley before Smug, son. And this dude came on the scene and just was doing shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
I was like, whoops. I was like, who is this guy? So this dude was running through everybody, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you can't go wrong like with Smug, bro. This dude is just a dope cat, man. It's like he's definitely one of my favorites. And I can't leave out the snake, bro. Mr. Snake Eyes.
Oh,
You know
Snake
what I'm saying?
Eyes, bruh.
Snake Eyes.
Geef
Son,
boys.
Geef boys. Like, bro, this man
Yeah.
Snake Eyes also like Smug came on the scene and he was in from like Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I think he was doing those tournaments before he came to Street Fighter 4.
Okay.
And I think he won Evo for Turbo also prior to him like going to Street Fighter 4. So he came also with a Geef, and we were seeing shit from Geef. We didn't know, you know what I'm saying? We knew about Itabashis and Geef, but he never really traveled as much.
Yeah.
And he's, you know what I'm saying? So we don't see as much Geef on the scene, but Snake Eyes came and made a name for himself. The moment, you know what made me like a huge fan of this dude? It
What?
was Street Fighter 4 tournament. I think it was Team Wednesday Night Fights versus Team SoCal, bro.
Mm.
And in the beginning of the tournament, they're interviewing them, and this man said, "Yo, just let me go first. I win the whole thing myself, bro." I think he was on Team SoCal. I'm not really sure what team he was on, but he went last. Like I know PR Rock was on the other team, so the PR Rock's team ran through the whole of freaking Snake Eyes team, bro. Like
Okay.
when it's 5v5, and they dominated. They took out 4 dudes. Snake Eyes came up like they was celebrating like crazy. They're like, we got this in the bag, bro. Yo, freaking PR Rock was doing his PR shimmy that he does.
Oh
Very
no,
bad.
not the
You know what I'm
shimmy,
saying?
not the
So
shimmy.
that was happy. Yo, this man Snake came on board and demolished everybody, son, by himself, dude. He legit took the whole team on his back, fam, and I brought that whole shit back and won. Even the bad matchups with I
Yeah,
think it was Vega. You know what I'm saying? I think it was Vega matchup. You know what I'm saying? He came and he won. Yo, he won against Ricky Ortiz, bro, and that's one of the freaking craziest matches I've ever seen in my
yeah,
life, dog. He called Ricky Ortiz in some of the sickest ultras, bro. I'm like, yo, son, that shit was ill. I'm like, so yo, Snake Eyes, man, will forever be one of my favorites, man. And number 5, you know what I'm saying? We can't do without the beast, man. Daigo, you know. You
okay.
already
I
know.
feel it, man. I
You
feel it.
can't you can't put a list
I
without
feel
Daigo.
it.
This
I
this
feel it.
man this man been this man have his name graved in the stones in the
Oh yeah,
pantheon
no,
of
no doubt in
world
my mind.
champions. You know what I'm
No doubt
saying?
in my mind. Yeah.
Like it's not even a question. I saw young Daigo versus young Alex Valle, bro. Like I'm like, fam, yo, these dudes was crazy. Alex Valle
They
young as
next
hell.
level. They next level.
Yo, you know what I'm
They
saying?
next level,
So
bro.
them dudes has been in this for years, and Daigo, man, Daigo ran through the competition in damn near every fighting game, bro. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing throughout the whole freaking Street Fighter 4 with his. He started with Ryu, then he went over to Evil Ryu, and his Evil Ryu was fucking crazy.
Bruh, his
You know
evil
what I'm
Ryu
saying?
was.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
like,
Bro,
oh my god, like,
yo,
like
man,
oh
listen.
my god. That's
I
all you can
said that
say
in the
when you
chat.
watch him.
That's all
Yeah,
you can say, bro. It
that's
was
all
just
you can say is oh my
insane, bro.
god, bro.
When you think this man is down and this man just walk up to you forward medium kick into the freaking raging demon, bro,
Hmm.
I was like, yo, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
Street Fighter 5, you know, he's struggling a bit. You know what I'm saying? But he still does his thing. Like he's trying to find his footing, I guess. You know what I'm saying? He
it,
goes over to
it's
some
definitely a
champions.
different game for him. It's definitely a
It's
different game
definitely
for him.
definitely a different game, man. But Daigo will. I don't matter what, man. This man is like I said. Like you can't say nothing bad like when it comes to fighting game. You have to give this man his props, bro. He already did his thing, fam. So that's my top 5 right there. You know
Hey
what I'm
man,
saying?
hey, you know what?
Let me hear yours, bro.
That's a dope top 5, man.
Hey
I
man.
don't know. That's kind of hard, bro. That's a
Hey.
dope top 5, man. You know,
Hey
cause I'm
man, I
like,
had to, bro.
damn, you right, you right. I'm like, shit.
Yo,
You
son,
know. All right,
it's
so
crazy.
my top 5 is a little bit different.
Right, right.
Um, so I'm gonna go number 5 is Gamer B, and
Okay,
I'm gonna
okay,
tell you
okay, okay.
why. Gamer B
I respect that.
is the reason I picked up Jury. He is literally the reason I watched this man at Evo. I think it
Okay.
was about 2 years ago, bro. When I say I was in awe, I mean I was in awe. That
Man,
engine, bro. That's all I gotta
yo,
say
that
is that
engine, that
engine,
engine is
man. Oh
savage, bro.
my god,
I wish they would have put that back in this as like a V trigger or something, bro.
bro.
You know what
Well,
I'm
she
saying?
does have the engine. It just it doesn't have like that same
It doesn't have
like.
this, yeah.
I
This
mean,
is
because
where
in
everything kind of
four,
goes into
bro,
though.
the informant, if she touch you one time, she could do like a
That's it.
40 hit. I'm like, I've never seen that. And I'm like, I'm sitting. This dude was, I forgot who was he
Hey,
playing. Was it he was facing against Infiltration? I think it was Infiltration,
might
man.
be.
And it was one of the crazy. And that's when, and this is even before I even got my PS4, bro.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, Street Fighter 4. I'm back into it now because I like I said before, I did have the game, and I kind of fell off of it, or whatever. But I always watch Evo. You know, I
Yeah,
watch it
yeah, yeah.
casually, but
Same with me.
that that right there not only got me back into Street Fighter, wanted to know and learn and boom this and that. He became one of my favorite players, man. And he's like the sole reason I picked up Jury. Yeah,
Yeah,
did I
I can
like
say.
Jury? Yeah, but when I seen that, I'm like, holy shit, she could do that. and he was going against fucking Elena's, and he was going against all these, top tier characters and players, man. And I'm just who the fuck is Jury, bro? And because she looks so like her animation looks so savage when she goes into the engine. So I'm like, holy shit! And he just bat all in the corner, and you can't do with the fireball game mixing in, and those combos are so hard to pull off because they're all one frame linkers, but it's so insane how what you got to do to pull those off, man. And Gamer B. He will always be a top 5 to me. I don't care what he do in Street Fighter 5. Street Fighter 4, that moment, he's automatically top 5 to me.
Can I say something real quick before you go to know? Gamer B, man, I definitely agree with that, man. He's definitely, what I'm saying, 100 mention for you because even Gamer B, this man works so hard in Street Fighter 4, bro.
Yes.
And it's every time in Evo, bro, this man would be top 8, but he could never capture it. But yo. And that last one where you came this close,
so close, man. So close, man.
I felt so bad for this dude because he should have won that, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm blaming the whole damn racist stick malfunction shit because that killed the whole momentum of the shit, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yo.
Yeah, it was insane. It was insane.
I feel like that shit got stolen from him, man. I'm like, that's crazy.
And that, like I said, that's easily one of my favorite moments in fight games. I know a lot of people go to the third strike. I mean that moment was I think that might be the top moment in fight game history easily.
Yeah, man. You can but was heard about that, man. That was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I wasn't even in the third strike like that, and I knew about that. So that's the top moment. But seeing Gamer B in that moment, bro, it was I was on edge. I mean, I was exhausted from watching that, bro. I'm I'm not even playing, and I'm exhausted, man. So shout out to Gamer B. He's number 5. Now I want to go number 4. Now he is not having the same success as he did in his previous game, but number 4 is Scar. Scar is an NRS guy, and this guy made Sonya a badass. I'm like, how in the hell? I mean, because Sonya to me has never been one of those characters that people pick, and she was just kind of on the roster, but Scar has so many epic battles with Sonic Fox, man. It was literally him and Sonic Fox, bro, forever until he just started to fall off, and then Tekken Master started to come up. But him and Scar, bro, Scar Sonya, Demolition Sonya made me a fan. I'm like, holy shit, and he came up with his own tech, and everybody else was copying it. Everybody. And that's how I give you props, bro. If you like to start or something, and then everybody follows suit, then you get props because nobody was picking Sonya, especially Demolition Sonya. Man, nobody was picking her, man.
I don't know what it is, right? Somebody's these these blind characters. Because to me, Sonya and Cammy, they're the most boring characters in these games. But
I mean, if you really think about it, I mean, Sonya. Since MK1, bro, I never used her. I always thought she was trash. I always thought she was trash, bro. And
I like that. I like that. Freaking what's her name? Black Canary coming switch it up a little bit. She's actually recently.
Yeah.
So but other than that, the others are garbage, bro.
But so I Scar to me, man, he was always on the cusp, man, and I feel bad that he was never for real, David. She's been trash forever, but I always felt he can never, because Sonic Fox is the god in the RS game. He ran MKX, bro. I think he kind of gave up on MKX towards the end because he didn't really care no more. He literally ran MKX for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So, but Scar, in the first year and a half, it was him and Scar, and they did have other players too, but I always felt like Scar was always second, he's always third, he's always it kind of went back and forth. He was either second, third, or fourth, and he was always right there, man. I was just a huge fan. I'm because I always go for the underdog, especially in because Sonic Fox is the final battle. He's like Shao Kahn in MK3. You know what I'm saying? So I always wanted him to beat him, and he came close, but he can never really do it. And it's funny that they're teammates now. They're actually teammates on Echo Fox now, which is funny, but he's not, but he's still not having the same success as he did MK4. I mean MKX with Injustice. It's really not his game. I don't think he really found the character yet. So I hopefully he could turn it around, man, because he is one of my favorite players. And I did meet him at Combo Breaker, and he's a really cool dude. The whole NRS community is really cool, man. Them guys are really chill, and they're not really all cocky like that and stuff like that. So big ups to them. But Scar is my number 4 fighter, man. Scar, I need you to get it together, brother.
Wasn't that? Oh, is that number 3?
No, that was number 4. That was number 4.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So number 3, I'm gonna have to go Sonic Fox. Keeping in the same realm.
Okay.
Dominance is what I see with him.
Sonic Fox, bro.
Yeah, I mean. Well, shit. I mean, even in the first Injustice, bro, that's when I first heard of him. Was in Injustice 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he was bodying everybody. I mean, he was bodying everybody in that.
Oh man.
And between that and Skullgirls, like I've seen this, and he's so young, man, and it's so easy for him. And it's just so amazing to watch that. And he's a little weird, but he's a kid. And he hasn't really like found himself. He all he knows is I'm good at video games. I'm chill. His streams are really fun to watch because he's talking shit the whole time. I mean, he was playing Dragon, I think, over the weekend, and he was it was like 26 wins and 4 losses. I'm like, holy shit! Like he's just laughing the whole time. It's so funny to watch. He reminds me of the Joker. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't beat me. You can't beat me. And I'm just gonna laugh at you and talk shit to you. But I do appreciate dominance, man. While I was rooting for Scar to beat him, you have to appreciate where you can stay on. He stayed on top, bro, for like 2 years. That is
definitely.
That's crazy. That is so crazy to do.
And going on that, man, with the young man, and this is the thing I say why these older dudes, not even older, not even the main guys in MGC, just other people outside of this that just hates on these young cats. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel like these games are easier now. They're coming to dominating. Like, nah, bro. Like, give them their props, bro. They put in the work. Like, they're good. Like, they're young and all that. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect the same people to be on top forever. There's gonna be new blood coming in, you know what I'm saying? And like I say, probably 10 years from now, those who's gonna be the freaking old heads, and more new cats are gonna be coming in.
Yeah, I mean that's how it goes. That's like, anywhere, man. That's at your job. That's in, it happens everywhere. That's your car. You know what I'm saying? You trade your old car in for a new one. You feel me? So yeah.
So when I see them hating on these young cats coming in, man, I'm like, yo, cut it out, bro. It's like y'all sounding hate like salty right now. Let them do their thing, man. They're young people. They're just gonna get better, bro. Like you're not gonna get rid of them. They're just gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? So like, let them have it, man.
Yeah, like, and but like I said, Sonic Fox had a little Q&A at the Combo Breaker, and he's a real chill guy, but you could tell he's still a kid. Like, I mean, you can tell. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people, try to hold that against him. Like, oh well, he's cocky. I'm like, look, man. At the age of 19, you're at the top of your profession. You're making a lot of money. Bro, what you think, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to, like, put things into perspective. And it's not like he's like a dick or nothing. He's a kid that's on the top of his food chain right now. And, it is what it is.
You want to win, man.
You just want to win. Fun, bro. That's it. Yeah, but stop, because one thing I learned is, like, the fight game community, like, is very tight knit.
It is.
is very
It is.
tight knit. Is
Yeah, they
and
can't let anybody
don't
in.
just
Like,
they don't just allow anybody to get in. And I think a lot of people confuse that with, oh, they're cocky, or no, they don't. They don't allow everybody to get in because everybody don't deserve to get in because there's a lot of posers out there, a lot of people
this is
who
true.
just who's not really passionate about fighting games. They just doing it to be in the crowd or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think and that's in anything. You know, so I get the confusion. A lot of people compare the two, and it's not the same. It's not the same at all. I'm telling you, a lot of these guys are cool as hell. They're cool as hell, but to get into that group, I have to tell you about the guy I had the force. Yeah, let me know, Darrell. Thanks for coming through, bro. But
Right.
you can't just walk in and act like you buddy buddy. Like that's like
Yeah.
me. That's like I'm hanging with my boys and this strangers come up and he trying to be cool. Like, bro, I don't know you.
Yeah. I don't
Like, you
know
know what
you.
I'm saying?
Who
Like,
are you?
yeah,
Like, whose man is this? Like,
yeah, for real. Like, you're not just gonna get in somebody's
yeah.
circle based off you not you not just because you do the same thing. You don't
Yeah.
put in the same time as these guys. You don't put in the same effort, and that goes for not only
And
the
you haven't been
fighters but
around as
like
long.
the
Yeah.
the production, the guys
Yeah.
who in the media for the FCC. Like all those dudes are tight knit, man. And a lot of people
Yeah.
just want to
You
get
gotta get
in
in
to
there early
fit
in your
in,
spot,
and
man.
they don't want to put in the work, bro. And
Yeah.
it's just not going to happen like that. So, like I said, I have no issues with Sonic Fox. And I think he's a hell of a player, and he's going to continue to dominate, man. He's
Yeah.
not going anywhere. You do have like White Boy up there. I think Forever King, Tekken
Oh yeah.
Master. You
Taking
have all
master.
these
Yeah.
guys that's at the
Yeah. Up
nipping
and
at the
coming, man.
heel,
Yeah.
but
Up and
Sonic Fox is going to be there, and I think him losing CEO is not going to change anything because I'm pretty sure
yeah.
he's going to win Evo. I'll put my money on
I
him going
I
into
do.
Evo.
I can't even doubt that. Bro. I can't even.
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't even
I'm
bet
gonna put
against you,
my
man.
money going because I'm
You
pretty
know what I'm
sure he
saying?
was kind of salty not making it to grand finals. But let me get into my number two fighter, and this may be a surprise, man. But I'm gonna go Filipino champ. Filipino champ is my
Not even
number
surprised,
two
bro.
pro pro
Hands in the chat.
fighter.
Hands in the air. Who's surprised? Nobody. Okay, continue.
Yeah, so number two is champ, and like I said, for obvious reasons, his play is on another level, not only in Street Fighter but in Marvel. So I mean, he's dominant in two games that. Well, I will say that well, I think they're on the same level in difficulty just because of the player he uses in Street Fighter Five,
Yeah.
which is very hard to win with to begin with, and he's doing it at a high level consistently. Tournament after tournament after tournament after tournament after tournament. I mean, he was legit the only sim at CPT last year. So that should let you know right there that he's the best one. But even like I like his trash talk, man. I love
Yeah.
it actually.
Especially
I
in front of
love it.
NPC, bro. He
I
definitely let
love
you
it.
know he's the
I
best, man.
love
That's
it,
his name.
man. I mean,
Like,
I was literally watching the interview where I think he was on a show with who was it? Was it Mike Ross? Or
was
I
it
think he's on. I think it was like it was a while back though. I think it was
was it
Street Fighter
OG
Five
like
first.
Mike
Yeah,
was
yeah. When Mike
Corner
Ross
or
and I
something like
think
that?
Flo was on there, and he was like, I think Arturo just went diamond. I think he was the first diamond,
Oh,
right? And he was like, you know what? Is that diamond player gonna get sponsored or not? I'm like, hold up, fam, hold on, fam. I'm like, hold on. He said, my man said, I know silver players as sponsored.
oh
Bro. Like, what does that mean? And I was on the floor, bro. Like, hey, he is wild, man.
oh shit!
I mean,
Yeah, fuck.
but I love that. You kind of have to have that
Hey,
bravado about you
you
to
gotta have it,
be at that level, man. You can't knock a
man.
player for being confident and trash talking and saying he's the best. You have to do that when you're at that level,
That's what you're
But
supposed to do, man. Exactly.
outside of competition, he's a soft-spoken, chill dude. You know what I'm saying? So he knows how to turn on and turn off the switch, and I think
Yeah,
that's amazing. That gives him more depth as a human being, but his gameplay, I mean, his Marvel. I watched him in Marvel, bro, and that man is nasty. And then when Marvel Infinite come out, bro, I'm pretty sure he's going to be up there right along with the rest of the crew. And it's just going to be good to see him dominate another game. Because, like I said, I think, honestly, he reached his peak in Street Fighter V competitively. I think he will always be in the top 8 or like top 10 or somewhere in that top 20. Maybe. He's always going to be there. But I just don't see him winning like the big one. Just solely based on the character, it's not necessarily him.
It's not his skill. It's just
it's definitely just the character, and
not built for that, man.
Yeah, I mean it sucks that it's like that, but I mean it is what it is. He does, like I said, he does play Akuma, but he said many a time, he said, I just don't trust it because he really don't like Street Fighter V, man. That man does not like Street Fighter V at all. He said it over and over again in interviews, on streams. He said, I don't like this game. And a lot of pros are actually coming out and saying that, man. I mean, Knuckle Dude told Rail he don't like the game either. It's just a job. So, that should tell you, more than enough. That's crazy. So he isn't my number 2 guy, but my number 1 fighter is Haitani. Haitani is my favorite fighter to watch. I love his Nakali. I love his comeback factor. This guy does not crack under pressure at all. At all. He does not crack.
Straight face the whole time.
My man is, I mean, he comes back from 2-0 or 2-1 more than anybody I see, man. Like, he is never out of a match. Never out of a match, man. And I'll go back to earlier this year against Champ. He's down 2-0. 1 round down. Champ misses the snipe.
Oh, shit.
Which is very common with Sims. You misjudge the damage, and if you get caught floating in the air, it's over. And he won that round. He won that game. He won that set. And then he won the tournament. You know what I'm saying? This on the blink of an eye, man. It's crazy. But I've been watching Haitani for a long time, dude. And I really appreciate his skill level, man. And I really like the way he goes about things. And, he's very professional and very driven to try to win. Now, does he win every tournament? No. I don't think he enters a lot of tournaments, to be honest with you. I really don't see him like that. But when he enters, man, he puts in work. And his Nakali, in my opinion, is the best I've seen. I may be wrong. There may be others out there. I mean, I do like crossovers. I do like crossovers Nakali. I ain't gonna front, but I do think Nakali is. I mean, Nakali. I think Haitani has the best Nakali, man, and him using that character is a match made in heaven. So that is my top 5. I mean, that it was a pretty. My top 5 was a little different from yours, but I think both top 5s had a lot of variety in it, and I do like that. Any last thoughts before we move on?
Nah, man. I just want to say, every time Sim misses a snipe,
you already know, bro. It's really one. It's like your stomach fall out. Your stomach just sink, bro, because you about to get punished. You know you're gonna get punished, bro. I just hate that.
I wonder if Sim be singing that "Hello Darkness, My Old Friend."
Hello Darkness, my old friend. Hey, man, I really think I should make a video of that, just all my missed snipes, bro. I have so many, bro. There's so many missed snipes, bro. He is floating. Bro, you floating forever. You float forever. It's so stupid. You know what I'm saying? You think you got it too, man. You just floating, bro. I mean, you could like, yeah, man, it's really crazy. It's really one of the worst feelings as playing as a sim. Then other than missing the drill. Missing the drill sucks too because you're floating. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, those are like the 2 worst moments of sim: missing the drill and missing a snipe. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks, man. Okay, but so keeping with the theme about pros. Now, being a pro gamer in any game is tough. I do feel like games like COD and stuff like that, where you actually have a team,
Yeah.
it's nerve wracking, but it's a little less stressful than being a
Yeah, cause
fight game pro.
you're by
Fight game
yourself. Yeah.
pros is a whole different level. So my question to you, Dre, is what if you had the time, the talent, would you want to go pro, or would you like, nah, that's really not for me?
See, now that you put in the time and the talent, because I'm still gonna say no. I wouldn't want to be a pro like player only because me personally, I don't think I've had the experience like, and it's just going back to what you said about you know what I'm saying being a new person. I don't really know much about the history, you know what I'm saying, of a lot of things to want to go in there, and I'm like, you don't definitely need to know the history, but the environment, the FGC, I think it's a really really stressful, man. You know what I'm saying? And even with the
Mm-hmm.
time, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of shit you gotta do. The traveling, the traveling will be cool. The traveling is cool, going around the world and all that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's a lot of shit. Cause yeah, you do have to be on point. It's like actually, it's not like being in a team where you have other people to rely on or anything. If you fail or whatever, you
Mm-hmm.
really gotta be on point and like yo, put the work in, you know what I'm saying, every day to be on top, like, you know what I'm saying, to stay consistent, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know, like, if I'm up for that, to be honest. Like, so I don't think being a pro fighting game player would be for me, you know what I'm saying? I love watching and I love seeing these dudes go out there and do their thing, but for me personally, I'm gonna have to stay out of that, man, because I don't think I'm built for that. I ain't gonna front, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna front. I
I
don't
mean,
think
so
I'm
I gotta
built.
stay out
I
of
ain't
that,
gonna.
bro. I
I ain't gonna
feel
say
you.
that.
I
I don't
feel
think
you.
I'm built for that, man. It's like it's a lot of shit that goes down in there, man. It's like some of the people are just straight assholes, bro. That's FGC, and it's like, nah, bro. I'm good. I wouldn't be able to be one of those, but yeah. What about you?
All right, so for somebody that's actually been to some of these events and been in that environment, I will have to say no. I don't think I want that type of pressure because
Right.
yeah, you get sponsored and that's cool, but if you're not performing, it's all about
Yeah.
performance,
Right.
man,
Exactly.
and consistent performance.
Consistent. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to
You,
be
I mean,
consistent, bro.
you have to
Like,
be consistent, and I have to give kudos to those guys that's able to do that.
yeah,
You know,
definitely,
playing the game for like 10 hours a day.
bro. That's crazy.
Grinding, trying to
You know
find new tech,
what I'm
practicing
saying?
certain situations, getting the
Figure
mind
out
frame.
matchups and all that. Yo,
Yeah. So you literally have to use every character in the game just to understand what they can do and what they can't do.
yeah.
And then not only that, you actually have to go to the tournaments, perform in front of hundreds of people.
Hundreds of
You
people,
know,
thousands sometimes,
that's
bro.
that's
You
in
know what I'm
there,
saying?
and then
It's like
thousands. That's what I mean. It's
thousands, bro.
it's insane. It's insane, bruh.
Man,
For me playing, like, hey, I will me for Evo being my first tournament. I'm like, holy shit. I was
man.
fucking nervous. I mean, I'm telling you, like, I was so nervous, like I couldn't sleep, and I'm like, and I knew I had no shot to
uh,
win Evo. That's how
yeah,
crazy it is. So
yeah,
just imagine a guy who is in the upper echelon in
yeah.
these fight games, whether it be Street Fighter, Guilty Gear, anything, and you have to constantly do that over and over and over
Right.
again. That should be so rough, man. It's so rough and it's so taxing. You can see how somebody like let's go back to the game. When I said I was stressed out just watching that, seeing those two play that final was I couldn't
Man.
imagine what was going through their head. You
And
can't imagine that type of
and
stuff.
and that's the thing, bro. Because even as you said, like with so many people watching, that's I give props to those dudes that can stay focused without the headsets, bro. Because for me, if I was in a situation, I could not play without having headsets on, music in my ear because you drown out the background noise. because I feel like that would make it even worse for me. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? With all the noise and people talking, you know what I'm saying? That I definitely like. So all them dudes that plays without a headset, man, I give them props because they know how to stay focused and win the shit. I'm like, me, nah, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
and that's my thing too. Is like it's hard, man. It's so like just imagine like last year, Evo 5,000 participants, bro. I mean, I
yo,
mean,
that was
the
crazy.
I mean
That was crazy.
5,000. I mean, just before you even get to Evo, you know it's gonna be over 5,000 people there
5,000.
for one game. For one
Oh
game.
man.
And a lot of people are going to be pot monsters, and that's just
Yep.
the people that they know they're not going to win, and they just go in there pretty much to donate their money for the
Right.
people at the top. But the grind, because a lot of people who don't watch like who watch the streams don't understand. Well, like the off stream shit is
Yeah.
even more intense. It's so much shit
Oh,
talking.
oh yeah, yeah.
I literally sat there and watched Commander Jesse lose to Jabrils, who is he's a young guy. I think he's like 19 years old. Dude is nice and he plays Vega. And
Man.
Jabril had like his crew and they was shit talking Commander Jesse, bro. Like it was crazy. So I'm like, how do you fucking play like that? You know what I'm
Oh my
saying? And I
God.
don't even think he had on the headset. And
Oh man.
it was fucking crazy. And I'm sitting there like, is this real? You know, I mean, you don't. The off stream is a lot more stressful than the on stream because the on stream you're secluded basically. You're on your own. It's pretty much you and the player. The off stream in the pools, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crowds around, especially if it's like uh, uh, Justin Wong or somebody playing like that. It's so many people around one station that you could
Yeah.
feel them. And I know these guys has been in the game for a long time, so it doesn't phase them now like it probably first did when they first started playing. But for somebody like me who played his first match and it was like 30 people behind me, I'm like, what the fuck? And I felt it, man, and I was freezing up, bro. I'm like,
Did
look,
you
I'm
did,
not.
did you have an SS on?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I'm literally not like the best. I think my sim is above average, bro. You should have seen me. I looked like Sim when I
Oh.
first picked him up. I couldn't do anything. Like my like my hands were
Oh man.
frozen, bro. Like it was a weird
23 pounds
feeling.
of heavy.
Yeah, vomit on the sweater already, mom
Oh
spaghetti.
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt though, and it was
Oh
a
man.
weird. Like I was more nervous at Combo Breaker than I was at Evo, which was
Oh
weird
man.
because I'm thinking
Crazy.
like, shit, ain't nothing, man. I mean, I got through Evo. I went 3-2 at Evo. It's nothing. This is a smaller tournament, more killers. You run into better players when there's
Yeah.
not as many people, and I seen the dude that I was facing. He was going to fight. He was labbing with Commander Jesse, so he probably already knew I played Sim.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's
Oh
kind
man.
of weird, bro. Like, I'm like, huh? And you going from fighting him to fighting me is going to be easy because
Right.
I'm not on that level. But I felt like, bro, I couldn't like move. Like I was literally like standing still with Sim, and I never do that. I'm always doing something.
Yeah.
It was a weird experience. Casuals, I was killing people. I was killing people in
Yeah.
casuals, man.
And
I'm
that's
talking about
usually
good
how it goes,
players,
bro.
huh?
That's usually how it goes, fam. Like in casual and even in Street Fighter Online. On casual, you ain't worried about losing because you have nothing to lose. You
Yeah,
know
you
what I'm
just
saying?
playing the game basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but when
yeah.
you go online, bro, or you're playing for something like the stress doesn't go above. You're like, yo, damn, I can't lose this. This is for I'm fighting for this. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, like the contract. I understand why, but it's not. I give you props, man, because you know what I'm saying. It would be, I would have melted, bro. I'd have been
But
like,
I'm saying
what the
it
fuck?
was a weird experience, man. But I beat a lot of good players. I was actually I beat a good Rogue, and I'm like, fuck. I mean, it was because
That's great.
like you said, there's no pressure. There's no pressure. I'm not signed by anybody. I'm not winning none of these tournaments, and so it's easy. But for somebody who like Justin Wong, man, like I know he feels switching teams and
Yeah.
having to perform. And he's been having a good year. Has he won? No. He's been having a hell of a year, man. And he's been kind of overshadowed with the whole, punk phenomenon and stuff like that. But Justin Wong, man, he was in what? I think he got like fourth or fifth at Combo Breaker. He's having a good year.
Yeah.
It's so many good players, man. And sometimes your character don't match up well with the next character. So that's kind of it's a lot of luck that goes involved in it too. It's a lot of luck because sometimes you might not even face a bad matchup. That you comfortable like, oh man, I got this, man. Like, but sometimes you run into a gauntlet like Champ did, man. I mean, he went from Mika to Laura to Mika. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that is so hard to deal with. And not everybody can handle that pressure. So, in closing, I would not want to do this. I think it'll kind of take the fun. It'll take the fun out of the game for me.
I think it would. Yeah.
It'll take the fun. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not knocking it, but it's just not for me, man. I'm not trying to be a pro. I go to the tournaments for the experience and to try to get better. That's the reason I go. I mean, would it be nice if I could, like, make it out of pools? That is my goal. That's my goal to do one day, to make it out of pools. But I mean, let's be real. I don't play the game enough like the top guys do to even compete with those guys. It just doesn't happen. So I don't really, I keep it in the realm of reality where me making it out of pools is a tournament win for me. And that's pretty much all I'm focused on.
That's a goal, bro. I feel you.
But I'm just being honest, though.
I just want to see you on stream, bro.
Bro, if you see me on stream, I'll be swinging like a preacher, bro. I don't want to be on stream, man. Like,
I want to see you on stream. I want to see my man.
I don't want to have yipes. I don't want to have yipes dogging me, bro, because I'm gonna play trash. I already know. I don't want that, bro. Keep me off the stream. Keep me off the stream, please. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it, man. I don't want to do it.
I want to see you up there, man.
I don't want to do it. Okay. Hey, it's been a good show, but we gonna close it out with a game of one gotta go, where we give you options.
We're just gonna do one because.
What happened?
And not this. We're just gonna do one, like, because we're about going on like 9:30 right now.
We can do a couple. We can just do two each and just call it like that.
All right, cool.
Oh, so pretty much what one gotta go is, if you never heard it before, I follow actually this. It's actually a Twitter handle on Twitter where they have hard choices. You have to pick one or whatever. So it's pretty much give you 3 or 4 options, and you have to pick which one you want to get rid of. We both have a couple we're gonna do. You guys can play in the chat also. So you want to go first, Dre? Go ahead, Dre.
My first one, I'm gonna do 2. Last one, I'm gonna leave. That's gonna be funny. 2. So my one's gonna go. I'm gonna go with 3 King of Fighters.
Okay.
Killer Instinct.
Okay.
And Mortal Kombat. Which one out of all those 3 you think should die?
Should die?
If they do, if any, you know what I'm saying? Just if like, or your least
should die. I mean, okay, well, I'll go off her back. I think KOF.
If you're supposed to kill one of them,
KOF got to go then, bro. I don't want KI to die. And I don't want more KOF. To me, I don't have that same relationship with it like I did back in the day with the Neo Geo arcades or whatever, man. Like when I used to play those games a lot. I like the new one. To me, I'm not really feeling it. I don't think it's a bad game. I just have no connection with it, and I just don't think that it has any relevance in my rotation or in my life. So I would definitely say KOF should die. Definitely would say KOF should die. So I'll give you one now. I'll give you one now. So we're gonna do this one. TJ Combo, Dudley, Rogue, or Ed. One got to go.
You know what?
One got to go.
If you would have put three, it would have been a little difficult. But because you put four, I'm gonna have to go with Ed, bro. For the first time in history,
Oh
the first time in history, the black man ain't gonna die, bro. The first time in
gotta
history,
gotta get rid of the Snow White, bro.
you gotta get rid of this stuff.
You gotta get rid of it, man. You gotta get rid of it, bro.
We're
All
not gonna
right.
have we're not gonna have this steroid junkie, this psycho enhanced junkie come in here and try to dominate, bro. Ed gotta go, fam. As
Okay.
good as he is
All
in Street
right.
Fighter Five, man. TJ Combo, especially in Killer Instinct, but that dude is sick. Like this shit,
TJ Combo is a
crazy.
beast, bro. I mean,
It's dope.
you cannot hate on TJ Combo, bro. I don't care if you
Like,
don't like Killer Instinct. You
yeah,
cannot
like
hate on Combo, bro. He's one of the best
he's
characters
he's
ever
dope, man.
created.
You know what I'm saying? I can't get rid of Dudley, man. He's a gentleman, man. He's a beast. Like, yo, he throw the rose at you, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a rap. Like,
Hey, I used to
I
get
can't
caught
get
with
rid of
that all
Dudley,
the
man.
time, bro. I literally, I'm like, I don't know, like, what the hell is going on? I'm looking at the rose, I get punched in the face. Shit is
Yeah,
stupid.
bro. Like, I have to get rid of Ed, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? That's me. Okay. Mine. Okay, back to you now. Now, this is not fighting games, but it's based on the fighting games, and one of them I say is a little stretch, but there's a fighting game out of it, right? Not the fighting games. Which one got to go, Chuck? The King of Fighters movie,
Oh Lord.
the Street Fighter movie, or the Dragon Ball Z movie, dog?
Oh, you
Which
talking
one
about
got to
Ever?
go?
Oh Lord, man. Hey, bro. I mean, you could have threw MK movie in there too, but
Okay,
damn. Oh,
I'll
bro,
throw the MK movie in there
you
because I
talking about
know
the one with
I'll throw the MK movie because I know you're not gonna get rid of that. So yeah, those four: Street
so
Fighter,
you
King
talking
of
about the Street
Fighters.
Fighter movie with Van Damme?
Damn right.
Oh
The
God,
GOAT. The GOAT.
this fool said King of Fighters movie. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, there's a King of Fighters movie.
Oh, well, you know what? King of Fighters, you got to hold two L's. I didn't even know these motherfuckers had a movie. I'd rather watch that shitty ass Street Fighter movie than watch the King of Fighters movie, bro. I can't. I just can't do it. I
Oh
can't
shit.
do it.
You,
I can't
what,
do it,
what
bro.
about Dragon Ball though? You rather watch that also?
Bro, I'm like
That
off
Dragon
rip.
Ball
Like
movie
I'm
was
saying,
garbage. That shit.
If King of Fighters wasn't in there, I would have picked
Okay.
Dragon Ball. But the fact
Oh
I didn't even
man.
know they had a movie shows lets
Oh
me
yeah.
know it's bad. Like
Yeah.
so that it's just it's pretty damn it's pretty damn trash, man.
Damn.
So before
Like
we
those are
go, I'm gonna do I got a couple quick ones. I want to do both of these.
okay.
So first one, we're gonna do Ermac,
Mm,
Noob Saibot, Scorpion, or Sub Zero.
mm. I'm gonna have to get rid of Ermac, bro.
What?
Uh,
Bruh,
I
Ermac
don't,
was like God. He's always been one of my favorite ninjas, man. Like
uh,
why Ermac though?
Ermac. I don't know. I think I'm less familiar with him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Out
okay.
of all the other ones, and that Street Fighter, that Street Fighter, man, Mortal Kombat X, man, that fatality was nasty, bro. That man pull your spine out your mouth, bro.
Yeah, I
That
love
man,
that, man. Ermac is God tier in MKX,
that man
man.
pull out
He's
your
definitely
intestines,
God tier in
man.
MKX, man. He's
You know what I'm
definitely
saying?
God
I'm
tier.
like, I'm gonna give it to Ermac, bro.
Okay.
The other three are too iconic for me, bro. To like,
Man, look, man, I'm getting rid of Scorpion. I think he's kind of overrated, man. I'm sorry. I hate Scorpion. I mean, I don't hate Scorpion, but out of the three, I think the other three are just better ninjas, man. All right, so and
all
for the
right.
last one we're gonna do. Which one should I pick? Okay, I'm gonna do this one. Jury, Sadira from KI, Jam from Guilty Gear, or Katana from MK. Who you getting rid of, man?
Hmm.
Oh, these are all like beast characters. So like
Jury,
all four of these are like beast female characters in their respective game.
Jury, Sadera, you had Jam,
Yeah,
and who was the other one?
Katana.
Katana. Hmm. Damn. I ain't gonna front. I don't know much about Jam.
Oh God, this guy,
Uh, yeah. And
this guy.
I don't know much of Jam, but just because you're a fan and you love them, I'm gonna get
Oh,
rid of
don't do it.
freaking jewelry, bro.
Don't do it, man.
I'm gonna get
Bro,
rid
don't
of
make me
jewelry.
fly New York, bro. Don't
I'm
don't
gonna
don't make me get on this
I'm,
plane.
I'm
Southwest
gonna,
coach. Southwest
I'm
coach. You know?
I'm
No
getting
first
rid of jewelry,
class.
bro.
Southwest coach. And then
I'm
meet me
getting
in
rid
Central
of
Park,
jewelry,
bro,
bro.
in a couple of days. Man. I don't know how long it
Yeah,
takes me to get
listen,
there,
man.
man.
They're two of them Pokemon Go players over there, bro. They
I
got
ain't gonna be able to find you. I was like, what is this nigga doing? All these damn people, man, look like roaches out here, bro. God damn. Yeah, you know what?
I'm going with jewelry on it. Jewelry, man. Jewelry is cool, man, but Sedera, I think I love her style, man. I love her freaking.
Sedaris is what
I
she's
love her
easily one of
style
my
in the
favorite
canine,
characters of
bro.
all time, man. Not it's not even close. She's easily one of my
Yeah,
favorite characters, man.
it's her.
Design, gameplay style,
Yeah,
everything is dope. I picked Jam.
Jewelry,
I
She
think
what? Wait, but Jewelry
I
Street Fighter, okay, was cool, but Street Fighter Five Jewelry is trash, so I gotta get rid of her.
okay. I mean that's a fair argument, man. That's a fair argument. If it was me, this is hard, man. I would get rid of Katana. Um, I didn't really like play with her. I was more Melina and Jade.
This freaking guy,
Yeah,
bro.
so I always pick those two over Katana, man.
Oh,
Katana
Jade was that booty.
Jay was a
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
savage, man.
Jade was
With
fire.
that pole, bro, was that MK3, I believe,
Oh,
or Ultimate MK3?
yeah, I think it was three, bro.
Beast, beast,
That was
man. She
crazy.
was a
Whew.
beast, dude. And she was like my favorite female ninja. Then it went Melina. Then it went to Katana. So she was always on the low. She was kind of there with Sonya with me. I never really liked playing with her like that. But so if it was me, I think Jam is so amazing. Like Jam and Guilty Gear is so savage, so many setups, and she does a lot of damage. And I really like watching her gameplay. I think her character is a little weird. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? So it's a little weird looking at her, man. But I do like the gameplay, and a good jam is always fun to watch. Like I said, I already talked about Sedera, man, and Jury. That's Bay right there, man. I love
yeah.
Jury. I don't care if she sucks in Street Fighter Five. I will continue to pick her every now and then, man. Just to switch it up. I know my
Uh,
Jury's trash, but
Cause I know it's like I feel bad for you, bro, because you don't have a pocket character, dog. Like,
I don't. I have
yes, bro.
nobody else but Sim. Nobody. I can't
Man,
play with anybody else, man.
everybody
And
can
I
play with
literally
somebody
thought
else.
I literally
Yeah,
thought Jerry is gonna be my character. I really did, man. And I'm
I
like,
know.
I just
I
want to
know.
have two, but she
That
sucks.
was
So
bad.
it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Uh,
But this was
uh,
a fun
yep.
show. I want to shout out to everybody that came through, everybody that will be watching. Thank you for coming through, man, and we appreciate you guys'
Definitely, definitely.
support as always. Make sure you sub to me, sub to my boy Dre. I will put his link in the screen wherever he put up something. I don't know, but I will put it in the
Hey, bro.
description once it's done.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Both of our Twitter handles is on there, so you can follow us. If you have any
yeah.
questions or any topics you want us to talk about, you know, come through. You know, let us know on Twitter. Hit us up, and we will reply. Also, next week there will be no show due to the 4th of July. Everybody's going to be out. I'm
Everybody
not
gonna
going
be
to
out,
be
man.
here like that, so I don't want to waste you guys' time. I don't want to waste my time. I'm
Yeah,
probably going to
man.
be
We ain't
eating
trying to buy
some.
social retweets out here, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Go out, have fun. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, for real. Just go out. I'm about to eat some barbecue, drinking, whatever, and we'll figure
This
that
barbecue
out.
trash though.
And make sure you guys tune into my channel this Saturday. I will be hosting the Guilty Gear Rev 2 slash tournament for the online arcade. It is my first tournament that I will be hosting. Guilty Gear is rough. I've been trying to learn this shit, man. It's so hard to learn. I
Yeah.
will wing it. I like my boy Yikes be doing, man. He be winging it when he don't be knowing. And I'm just gonna try to make it as much entertaining as possible. So make sure you guys tune in for that. Any last words, Dre?
Yeah, man. I just thank y'all for coming through once again, man. And it was definitely a fun show. And next week, enjoy yourself. Once again, follow me, Geology619 on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'll be posting stuff up, man. I gotta take this a little bit more seriously, but I'm gonna get there, man. I just started doing this NVIDIA capture thing so I can broadcast now on PC. Yeah, so
Ooh,
I'm gonna
ooh,
start testing
ooh.
that out. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all for coming to episode 5 in the book. And it's weird that we do have a bet, me and Chuck. Hopefully we remember this next year when DBZ drops. We still have it. We still have a 1st to 10 day one.
Day one.
No training.
No training.
Fresh up, straight in the lab. We're about to do a 1st to 10 stream. Make sure y'all. You know what I'm saying? What are we gonna set it up? I'm about to win them. How much we winning? $100, right?
Man, chill. You're not about to beat me in that. But anyway, man, we're gonna end it.
But thank y'all, man.
We're gonna end it right here, man. Hope you guys have a good night. Like I said, shout out to all the people that will be watching. Shout out to everybody that stopped by and said what's up. And that's it, man. KO. Game over. We out.
We out.